right, hello again. We will be starting our core flow in just a couple of minutes. If you have a mat, great. If not, a block would be really helpful if you have one. If you don't, if you can grab just kind of like a thicker book. It doesn't really matter how big, it's just something we're going to use as a little prop. Something like this would be really useful. So if you have a bigger book, kind of, it doesn't matter how big it is, but just kind of something substantial, we'll be using that. But if you have a block is better. But yeah, so just kind of having a flat surface, or not a flat surface necessarily, but like a thing that has flat sides to it. We'll be using that as a prop for this core flow. And once you've set yourself up, you can just make your way down onto your mat. Just finding a comfortable shape here, whatever that shape happens to look like for you today. And you can start it by either softening or closing your eyes. So you can place your book or block off to the side, whatever you're using. And we will come back to that later. So once you've set up, just making your way down onto your back, making sure you are comfortable, and just starting to let go of any notable tension in your body. Starting to let go of any tension through your face. Letting go of any tension through the jaw, especially the jaw. Letting go of tension through the shoulders, the arms. Softening all the way through your torso to your legs. Letting go of any tension right down to your toes. And then you can start to bring your awareness to your breath. Starting to draw each inhale through your nose all the way down towards the lower belly. And as you exhale, to exhale fully. We want to start to create a wave-like rhythm to the breathing. Allowing the breath to kind of ebb and flow in a consistent rhythm. Not only focusing on full breaths in, but also focusing on full breaths out. When you're ready, you can slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently rolling out your wrists, rolling out your ankles. Then as you inhale, bring the inner seams of your legs together. Point your toes and inhale, reach your arms above your head. Nice long stretch. And as you exhale, release, big sigh out. One more time, inhale, nice long stretch. And as you exhale, release, bring your right knee all the way into your chest. Press your low back down. Bring the head, neck, and shoulders firmly to the ground if they lifted at all. And we're squeezing that right knee in as we press the left leg down. Maybe even find some right side of the belly to right thigh contact here as well. Then we're just going to switch the grip slightly. So instead of holding onto your shin, grab hold of the back side of your right thigh. Start to press your right heel to the ceiling. flexing your foot until you find a stretch to the back of the right leg. So right toes are pulling down as you're pressing the right heel up. Now it's okay if the knee stays bent. You might find that you can straighten your right leg fully here. Maybe this is a chance for you to notice the crumbs stuck to your pants. And then we're going to keep right leg up to the ceiling. If it's bent, start to straighten it out. And we're going to take hands behind the head here. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders nice and high. Keep your elbows wide, chin off of your chest. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, find tiny lifts up through the chest for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to press the low back into the mat. Now hover your left leg just a couple inches off the mat. Right leg stays the same. Inhale. Exhale, tiny pulses up through the chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg lifts halfway to the ceiling. Both legs are flexed. Inhale. Exhale, lifting up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg comes up to meet your right. Inhale. Exhale, lifting through the chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keeping the chest lifted, we're going to lift up through the hips. So imagine pressing your heels to the ceiling. Small movements. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lifting the hips and the chest together, curling to center. Last 10. Inhale. And exhale for 10, 9, 8. I always love those open back shirt farts. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower head, neck, and shoulders down, both knees to the chest. Take your arms out to a T. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower both of your knees over to the right. Turn to look out over your left shoulder. Softening into your twist. Allowing yourself to really take the time to breathe into your twist. Let's press into the arms. Inhale, bring your legs back to center. And as you exhale, keep the left knee in, extend your right leg long. Hold on to that left knee with both hands. Second side. So we're keeping those shoulders tucked down, chest nice and open. Left thigh squeezes in as that right leg presses into the ground. And just really taking note of the breath, breathing as fully as you can. We're just going to switch the grip of the hand. So we're going to bring hands behind the left thigh instead of on the shin. Start to press your left heel to the ceiling while you pull down through your toes. Relax your shoulders. Slowly releasing that left leg, straighten it out fully. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Take an inhale. And exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders nice and high. Take another inhale. And exhale, tiny lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your left leg as is. Right leg hovers just slightly off the ground. Inhale. Exhale, tiny pulses up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg lifts halfway. And again, we're pressing through the heels, really flexing both feet. Inhale. Exhale, pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7, breathe. 6, 5, relax your face. For 3, 2, 1. Right leg comes all the way up. We're looking to the toes. Elbows are still wide. Inhale. Exhale, pulsing up through the chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, lifting up through the heels, so finding those tiny lower curls. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now combining those lower curls with the upper curls. Inhale. And exhale, last. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Lower head, neck, and shoulders down. Tuck your knees into your chest. Arms come out to that T shape. Inhale. And exhale, knees go left, gaze goes right. So twisting the opposite direction this time. And again, really just try to relax, to soften here. Inhale, bring it back to center. As you exhale, take your knees wide, reach for the pinky toe edges of your feet. Let's find a quick little happy baby pose here. If you can't grab the pinky toe edges of your feet, you can grab hold of the ankles instead. If you'd like to sway from side to side, you're welcome to do so. And let's bring those legs back together. Grab hold of the back of the thighs. Start to rock up and down your mat. And come up to seated. We're going to pause in seated for just a moment here. Inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, bring your right hand down. Reach your left arm up and over your body. Nice big side bend. We're softening here through the right side, dropping through the shoulder as you reach and lengthen through the left side. And let's switch. Inhale back to center. And exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches. Again, nice big side bend, nice big stretch. As you inhale, come back to center, both arms come up, and exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. As you inhale, lift your chest, roll those shoulder blades back, and as you exhale, start to fold, chest comes forward, arms come any amount off of your lower back. Let's release the arms. Inhale, reach forward. And as you exhale, start to tip back into your boat pose once more. Let's interlace the hands above the shins. And then bring both hands to the right. And then up and over to the left. For 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Arms up in center. Cross your feet at the ankles. Tuck the feet in, rock through. Tabletop. So we want to find ourselves on the hands and the knees here. Wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath the hips. And then from here, as you inhale, drop your belly down, lift the chest up, look up. And as you exhale, press the floor away from you. Look back between your thighs, really rounding up between the shoulder blades. 2 more. Inhale, scooping forward, gaze up, tailbone up. And exhale, press the floor away from you as you round. 1 more time. Inhale, rolling through. And exhale, curling under. 1 more time. Inhale to neutral now. Tuck your toes. And as you exhale, just hover your knees an inch or 2 off the mat. Holding here for 5. Making sure to breathe as you hold. 4. Breathing here for 3. For 2. And 1. Listen carefully. Keeping the knees hovering, start to shift your weight back to your heels. Maybe starting to feel this a bit more through the legs now. Holding it for another 5. 4. Maybe feel a stretch through the heels here. 3. Breathing for another 2. And 1. Start to straighten the legs up, drop the heels down, downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out your feet. Sway your hips. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Whatever feels good to you. Take the time to really explore those movements. And then starting to find your center, we're going to pause in that center shape. You really want to get a feel for your downward facing dog because we're going to be coming through this shape a lot. Downward facing dog is kind of one of those most fundamental poses. So you really want to find a little comfort here if you can. From your downward dog, let's inhale forward, high plank. Exhale, drop the knees, modified plank. As you inhale, pull the shoulders back, squeeze your belly up. And exhale, lower to your belly for 3. Lower as slowly as you can. Squeeze your elbows into your rib cage for 2. Come right to the floor. 1. Point your toes. Inhale, lift just your chest. Small back bend. And exhale to lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Squeeze those elbows in. And exhale, lower. 1 very last time. Inhale, lift. Maybe floating the palms. And exhale, gently lower. Now we're taking the hands a little wider than the mat. Tense your fingertips. Point your elbows up. Inhale, lift. Chest and belly rolling a little higher. And exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale to lift. And exhale, gently lower. 1 very last time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Hands come back in beside the rib cage, setting up for upward facing. Inhale, lift chest, belly, and thighs. Exhale, gently lower back to the belly. 2 more. Inhale, lift, working those shoulders. And exhale, lower. 1 last time. Inhale, lift, rolling up. And exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. 1 breath. Let's link that all together. Inhale, forward, high plank. From your knees or your toes, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to lift into the back bend of your choice. And exhale, downward facing dog. 1 full breath. This time, look between your hands, bend your knees, hop or step to the top of your mat. As you inhale, lengthen palms to shins, shoulders back. And as you exhale, fold, bend the knees, head hangs heavy. As you inhale, rise up, reach tall, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, use your breath. As you exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, softening down. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, palms to shins. Exhale, plant your hands, hop or step back from knees or toes, chaturanga. Inhale to lift into your back bend. And exhale to roll back, downward facing dog. Again, one breath. Look between your hands, bend your knees, hop or step forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. And as you exhale, forward folds. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, palms to shins. And exhale, plant your hands down. Hop or step back through your high plank. Chaturanga, bend the elbows. Inhale to lift, roll the shoulders back, chest up, chin up. And exhale, downward facing dog. One breath. One last time. Look between your hands, bend your knees, hop or step forward. Inhale to lengthen, flat back, palms to shins. And exhale, fold, upper body softens down. Inhale, rise up, reach tall, grow tall. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach, lengthening up. And as you exhale, forward fold, upper body comes down. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins, pull the shoulder blades back. And exhale, plant your hands down, hop or step through your high plank, chaturanga, from the elbows, bending to lower. Inhale to lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, hips down. And exhale, downward facing dog. One breath. Look between your hands, bend your knees, hop or step through to seated. So coming back to sit, I'm going to get you to grab your block or your book. Make sure it's accessible so that when you lie down, it is close enough for you to grab. And then roll down onto your back. We are going to grab that block, bring the shins to parallel, and place the block on top of your shins. This is to help keep you aware of what your shins are doing. So if your shins are here, that block's going to start to slide or the book's going to start to slide off. Or if your shins are uneven, one's lifted over the other, it will fall. So this is kind of just to help you keep that awareness. From here, we're going to bring hands to the knees. Arms are straight, so no bend to the elbows. Pushing the knees away. Keeping your arms straight, start to pull your knees into your hands. Now we're using the lower core muscles to find that pull. So you should start to feel those lower belly muscles fire up as you pull the knees into your palms. We're holding here for 5. Keep going. 4. The more you pull, the more work you're doing. So it's really up to you how hard you're working here. For 3. Making sure to breathe here for 2. And 1. Slowly release. Just bring the knees into your belly for a second. Remove the block off to the side. Hands stay on the knees. And then we're going to just make some nice big hip circles with the knees. So just taking them out, moving them in some big circles. And do this in both directions. So make sure just to switch directions here. And bring the legs together. Bring your block or book back on top of the shins. This exercise will be a little bit harder here. Again, we're going to start with the hands. Interlace behind the head, elbows wide. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders high. Keep the shoulder blades kind of tucked behind your back. And then extend both arms up towards the ceiling. So try not to crowd your neck with your shoulders. Keep lots of space for your neck. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, extend outwards through the arms and the legs. Inhale, come back. Grab your block or book with the hands. And again, exhale, extend out. Inhale to center. Place the block on the shins. Exhale, extend. Inhale for 5. Exhale, extend. Inhale, 5. Exhale, extend. Inhale, 4. Exhale, extend. Inhale, 4. Exhale, extend. Inhale, 3. Exhale, extend. Inhale, 3. Exhale, extend. Inhale, 2. Exhale, extend. Inhale, 2. Exhale, extend. Inhale, last one. Exhale, extend. Inhale, 1 less. Exhale, extend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lower head, neck, and shoulders down. Move your block off to the side. Take your arms out into a cactus shape this time. And then we're going to extend right leg straight. Pull your left knee over to the right side of your body. Try to keep your elbows and your shoulders on the ground. So we're not allowing the knee necessarily to come to the floor if that left side is now lifting. Let's inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring right knee in, send the left leg long. Take an inhale. And exhale, right knee travels over to the left. Keep the elbows and shoulders down. Just allowing the knee to do the twisting as far as it will take you. Inhale back to center. Exhale, both knees to the chest, hands to the back of the thighs. Start to rock up and down your mat. Let's rock right through to tabletop, hands and knees. Wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Fingers are spread wide. Now this is really important because we're going to be putting a lot of weight in one hand than the other. If your hand is kind of crumpled up, you're putting a lot of tension down through your wrist. So really spread the fingers wide, palms are nice and flat. We'll start with right fingertips to the right ear. As you inhale, lift your elbow to the ceiling. And as you exhale, come back to center. 2 more. Inhale to lift. And exhale to center. Inhale, lift, extend your whole arm up, listen carefully. And as you exhale, start to make a big circle towards the back of your mat. Then 4, then all the way back up. 1 more like this, back, down, forward, and back up. Switch the direction, forward, down, back, up, and forward, down, back, up. Bring your fingertip back to your ear. Close your elbow to the floor. Now reach your right arm forward. Kick your left leg back. Take an inhale here. Exhale, knee and elbow come together. Inhale, extend out, lengthen out. And exhale, knee and elbow come together. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl to center. Inhale, lengthen out. And exhale, just your hand comes to the ground. Pivot your right shin to point to the right. Bring your left arm up. Holding here on the side. Inhale, reach your head for the top of your mat. Exhale, left knee, left elbow together. 2 more. Inhale, extend out, reach out. Exhale, left knee, left elbow together. Last time, inhale, reach. Exhale, knee and elbow come together. Inhale, lengthen out. And as you exhale, bring your left foot to the floor, lift your right arm up, kind of spiraling up onto the right knee and the left foot. Hands come behind your head, inhale. And exhale, reach your right elbow for the top edge of the mat. You should feel this through the left side of your core. Holding here for 3. Breathing here, keep your hips tucked beneath you for 2. And 1, inhale, back up. Exhale, left hand to left leg, right arm reaches up and over. Let's inhale, come back up to your T shape. And exhale, right hand comes down. Turn your torso to the mat, tabletop. Second side, starting with the left fingertips to the left ear. Right palm should be flat and spread wide on your mat. Take an inhale. And as you inhale to lift. And as you exhale, come back to center. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Reach the left elbow high. And exhale, center. Last time. Inhale, lift. Extend your whole arm up. And exhale, reach your arm towards the back of your mat. Swoop it down, forward, and up. 1 more circle this direction, all the way through. Back up, and now switching directions, reaching forward, down, back, up, forward, down, back, up. Bring your fingertips back to your ear. Turn your elbow back to the ground, squaring your chest, squaring the hips. Left arm goes forward, right leg goes back. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee and elbow come together. Squeeze in. 3 more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, squeeze. Actually, only 2 more. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze to center. Final time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, left hand only comes down, left shin sweeps off to the side, right arm goes up to the ceiling. Inhale, reach your right arm over your head. Exhale, left or right knee, right elbow come together. Inhale, expand out. Exhale, knee and elbow come together. 1 last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, lengthen out. And as you exhale, bring your right foot to the mat, rock up onto the foot and the knee. Arms are at shoulder height. And then bring your fingertips behind your head. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach your left elbow for the top edge of your mat, leaning forward. We're looking for that core activation through the right side this time, holding for 3. Make sure to breathe as you hold. For 2. And 1. Inhale, back up. Extend the arms out. And exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over your body. Extended side angle. Inhale, come back up through center. And exhale, left hand comes to the ground. Very gently rotate your body, coming back to tabletop. Let's tuck the toes. Lift up and back, downward facing dog. When you're ready, look between your hands, bend your knees, hop or step to the top of your mat. As you inhale, lengthen, flat back, palms to shins. And exhale, fold, bend the knees, let your head hang heavy. As you inhale, reach up, rise tall, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do a little balancing sequence here. So, starting out, we're going to ground down, rooting through the right foot. First option is holding the left knee with your left hand, right hand's on the hip, or using your peace fingers to grab the left big toe and extending your leg forward. You want to make sure that even if your knee is bent, you are not collapsing through the upper body. Shoulders are back, chest is slightly lifted, belly is tight, leg is as straight as it can be. Holding for another 3. Making sure to breathe as we hold for 2. And 1, take it out to the side. Holding here, try not to let that left hip lift. We're keeping the hips square here. Holding again, breathing for 3. If you want an extra challenge, look out over your right shoulder here for 2. And 1, bring your left leg straight forward, both hands to hips, point your left toes. Really try to pull in through your lower belly to lift the thigh for 3. We're almost there, breathing 2. And 1, cross your left leg in front of your right so that your pinky toes come together. Inhale, both arms come up. As you exhale, forward fold, upper body comes down. First option is your hands may not come to the floor. If you have a block, you can bring your hands to a block. If your hands do come to the floor, you can choose to stay centered, or you can walk both hands to the left edge of your mat. For 3, this is supposed to be opening up, so you're looking for sensation through the outside of your right leg. For 2. And 1, hands come back to center, and then hands to hips, hinge all the way up. Uncross your legs, come back to standing. Take a moment to shake it out if you need. And then we're going to switch to the left side. So left foot is firmly planted down. We're going to hold that right knee, so either hand to knee, or hand to toe. Right leg is up. Again, shoulders back, chest slightly lifted, looking straight forward at eye level. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're taking right leg out to the right. Again, try not to lift that right hip, keep it down, and holding here again for 3. Making sure to breathe, extra challenge by looking over your left shoulder here for 2. And 1, bring your leg back to center, both hands to hips, point the right toes. Last 3, pull your thigh in towards your belly, squeezing here for 2. Breathing here, 1. Release the right leg in front to the left, pinky toes together. Inhale, arms go up. And exhale, forward fold, upper body goes down. Again, if you have a block, you can bring your hands to the block if you need. Hands to the floor. If they're on the floor, you could explore walking your hands to the right. And again, breathing fully. Walk your hands back to center, hands to hips, hinge up, uncross the legs. Take a moment to shake it out. Then we're going to take the feet. Now if you're facing the same direction of your mat, about mat width apart. If you're kind of facing another way like me, it should be wider than your hips, but not super wide. So you want to kind of find that slightly widened stance. Inhale, both arms are going to come up. And exhale, take your forward fold. Upper body's going to come down. Start by taking both hands over to your right ankle, upper body towards your right leg. Allow your head to be heavy. Then we'll release both hands over to the left leg. Upper body hangs, head is still heavy. Now we're going to walk our hands back over to the right. Pivot your toes to face the right. So you're kind of standing with your legs offset, but all 10 toes facing the same direction. You have a couple options here. The first option is to fold to really get into that right hamstring. Second option is to shift your weight into your right foot and kick your left leg up for standing splits. Third option, if it is part of your practice, is from a standing split to work on some bunny hops to handstand. So maybe working on lifting up. So your choice. Breathing here in whatever variation you'd like to practice for 3. Breathing fully. 2. And 1. If your left leg is lifted, step it down. We're going to pivot through center and then pivot to the left. Again, first option is to fold, both feet pointing the same direction, really getting into that left hamstring. Second option, right leg lifts. Third option is again, handstand. For 3. For 2. And 1. Right foot steps back, regardless of where you're coming from, unless it's already down. We'll pivot to center. Turn your toes slightly outward so that your heels are slightly in, and then sit all the way down to Malasana, nice deep squat. If you have a block and you want to sit on a block, you're welcome to do so. Elbows to the inner knees, chest lifted, shoulders back. And again, here I'm going to give you 2 options. You can stay in Malasana. If you're looking for a little arm balance here, hands to the ground in front of you, looking forward as you start to shift forward. Maybe you find a little crow. And we're going to hold whatever shape you choose for 3. For 2. And 1. If you're sitting on a block, remove it. If you're not on the toes, come back to the feet. We're just going to roll all the way through to seated. Take your legs out on a diagonal. So, from a sideways perspective, if you have very tight hamstrings, chances are you're going to be doing something like this. Your pelvis will be rolling backwards. So what I want you to do is walk your thumbs fairly close to your seat. Fingertips point away from you, tented fingertips. Roll your belly forward, work on lifting your chest up. Now you may already get a stretch here. If you don't, walk your hands even closer so that your chest starts to reach forward. You want to think about pulling your seat out from under you, not letting it tuck under. So pulling your seat out back from under you, and if you have a lot of space through the hamstrings, maybe you fold here. Let's come back to seated, wherever you're coming from. Wiggle your legs forward. Heels at the end of the mat, toes point to the ceiling. First option is to stay here, straight legs, or if you have tight hamstrings, bend the knees. Toes point up to the ceiling, either way. Inhale, sit tall, reach up. And exhale, forward folds, grabbing shins, ankles, feet. If you can grab your toes, grab the toes. So palms slide over the feet, fingertips point down. And you want to work on straightening the legs if the knees are bent. Breathing here from the 3. If you want a little extra thing to work on here, if you start by looking at your toes and then kind of just tracing your legs, and then look all the way back towards your hips, there's going to be a point on that kind of venture where you start to feel a lot of tension through the backside of your body. And I want you to pause there wherever it starts to feel really intense, and when there's more room, then start to look even further back. Then you can release, bring yourself a little lower, and then start again. Looking from toes, start to take it back until you feel that really intense sensation. Let's all release. Inhale, sit tall, reach forward. And exhale, lower down onto your spine for 5, 4, 3, 2 and a half. Keep breathing, keep holding. And 1, come right down. Inhale, reach for the back of the space, lengthen from fingertips to toes. And as you exhale, walk your feet up towards your seat. Press your low back into the ground. Now we're gonna grab that block or the book. Just lift the hips and place it underneath you. So even if it's only a slight bit of elevation, that'll still help. And then we're gonna lift the legs up towards the ceiling. You wanna make sure that block or the book is kind of right at the bottom of your spine. So think just the space above your butt crack is kind of where you want it to be. So it shouldn't be covering your lower back or fully your bum. You kind of want it in that space between the back side of the hips. Just allowing the blood to flow from your toes all the way down your legs. Slowing the breath, softening your jaw, softening the space between your eyebrows. And then we'll bring the feet back to the mat. Lift your hips just high enough to slide your prop out from under you, and then slowly expand out into Shavasana, finding your final shape for today. Eyes can be softened or eyes can be closed, whatever suits you best. Letting go of the control of your breathing here. And for this last moment of class, instead of allowing your thoughts to just kind of run wild, see if you can focus in on something. Either the sensation of the breath within your body, or maybe noticing a specific point of contact that your body makes with the floor. Whatever it is, just finding a moment of focus to close this practice. Something that lives within this moment, just to concentrate on. As always, I'm going to leave you in your Shavasana for today. If you would like to stay longer, please feel free to stay longer in your Shavasana. If you are ready to leave, you are welcome to get up and move. Try and move slowly just to start. Adjust slowly. And on that note, thank you so much for joining me. If you happen to be able to donate, that is really amazing, and I really appreciate it. If not, please don't worry about it. And on that note, have a great week. Next class is on Saturday at 12. We'll see you then. Namaste.